Welcome to our video on Revelation 4:6 to 4:8, and it's the four living creatures. This is in the book of Revelation, as we mentioned, and we're going to be going over who and what these four living creatures or living beings are. And we're going to be using the Webster's Bible translation. And this translation calls them beings instead of creatures, but it's speaking of the same four creatures or beings, and we're going to talk about what this means in astrology and where this actually comes from, because it comes from astrology. All right, Revelation 4:6. And before the throne there was a sea of glass like crystal, and in the midst of the throne and around the throne were four living beings full of eyes before and behind. Now, of course, astrology can be used to see the future and to know what has gone before. And because of what has gone before, one knows what is going to be in the future because of the mathematics involved in the precision when one does precise calculations in astrology. It can get very, very precise. So precise that some people might get fearful that it would be known exactly what will happen to them. Now, Revelation 4:7, and the first living being was like a lion, and the second living being like a calf, and the third living being had a face as a man, and the fourth living being was like a flying eagle. So what these are the four fixed signs of the zodiac. And they are, the lion is the sign of Leo the lion, that's fixed fire, and the archangel Michael or Michael is the archangel that represents the fire signs and presides over this particular section of the heavens where there's the constellation of Leo the lion. Okay, and the calf is like a bull, and it's a bovine, right? A calf. And the calf represents the fixed sign of Taurus the bull. It's fixed earth, and it's represented by the archangel Uriel. And the third living being, face of a man, that represents Aquarius. That's fixed air. And fixed air, the air signs are watched over by the archangel Raphael. And the fourth living being was like a flying eagle. An eagle represents the sign of Scorpio. Now, there's an alchemical secret, a deep alchemical secret in this as to why an eagle, okay? But suffice it to say for now, and I'll get into a little bit, is the sign of Scorpio is fixed water in the heavens. It's the constellation of the Scorpion is fixed water, represents. Again, these are the four fixed signs of the zodiac. And this representing Scorpio, this eagle, is because it's an ancient alchemical secret about the eagle lifting up the snake, and it has to do with the eagle. Understand, ego. As the eagle lifts up the snake, the serpent, and these kinds of creeping beings like scorpions and that kind of thing, lifting it up into the air. This is the deep alchemical secrets of the ego and the different parts of the soul, the nefesh, and all the different parts of the soul. There's different types of souls. There's higher souls and lesser souls, relying upon what kind of awareness the being has. But this is definitely fixed water, and that's watched over by Gabriel, watches over all of the water signs. So we've got the four archangels, we've got the four fixed signs of the zodiac. When I say fixed signs, there's other types of signs. There's also cardinal signs, which cardinal means the beginning, fixed is like the center and the holding energy. And then there's mutable, which is something that's more wild, yeah? Immutable signs are more wild. So there's three types of signs. There's four elements, fire, water, air, earth, and then there's three types, cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And you put those all together and you get 12, okay? I get the 12 signs of the zodiac. the 12 also tribes of Israel. You get the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ in the middle represents the sun. The sun that all the fixed signs of the zodiac, it's around the sun. The sun is in the center. So when you see the Pope hold up a Bible and it's got a symbol in the center and four around in each corner, those are the four fixed signs of the zodiac. Those represent the lion and the calf and the man and the eagle. And the reason Aquarius is a man is because Aquarius is a man pouring water, the water bearer. And there's another great secret in there, but we'll get into another time, about how Jesus told us to follow he who has the pitcher of water. And that would be Maitreya. And Jesus told us to follow him who comes bearing the pitcher of water. So just understand that basically religion's based on astrology. All religion is based on astrology. And this is one very important example. And these four living creatures or living beings they have great significance in astrology, and also for your knowledge, the fire signs we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. That's cardinal, fixed, and also mutable. For water, we have the cardinal water is going to be Cancer, and the fixed water is Scorpio, and the mutable water is going to be Pisces. Okay? And we have the cardinal, the fixed, and the mutable. Now, regarding the air signs, the cardinal air sign is Libra the scales, and the fixed is Aquarius, the water bearer, the man holding the water pitcher and pouring it out upon the earth. And mutable for air is Gemini the twins. And for earth, for a cardinal, we have Capricorn. And for fixed, we have Taurus, the bull. And for mutable, we have Virgo, the virgin, for mutable earth. So this is where all of these things come from. So when people that read their Bibles but don't read anything else think that astrology is evil, well, of course, the powers that be are going to tell you that astrology is evil so that you don't know how to grow your crops and you're dependent upon them and you can't be independent and you have to rely on them for your food. And they don't want you to know the deep truths, because it can also tell you about your past lives and your present life and your future lives. It's all in your chart. And of course, people can lie about when they were born and what time they were born, or they might not know these things. But if those things are known, it can get extremely accurate in this life, previous lives, and future lives, of how your soul is prepared by life, by the life force, to bring you to the place where you're at your most happy. It ends in a good place. Okay, so stay tuned with us for more on these astrology in the Book of Revelation series that we're in. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thanks for joining us. Join us again next time. See you soon.